phone. Hello, guys. Very soon I will have Linn and Irakli Gamtenadze as my guests. Hello, Victor. Hello, QT Mousy. Hello, Connor, Ellis. Hoş geldin. Avukat Cesur Ferit Akkaya. Hayırlı akşamlar aslan kardeşim benim. 87 Snow Rider. Hello, my friend. Hello, Roman. Alfa Kangal. Aleyküm selam aslan kardeşim. Thirsty. Good morning to you. Good evening to us. Evil Arms Productions. Hello, my friend. Meladze. Hermes. Hi, bro. Hello, my friend. Hello, Engin Turbo. Roman, I send you the link. See, this is huge poster. It is not paper, but it is high quality, you know. And because after I had to stop the GoFundMe donation because I didn't want athletes to sign too many T-shirts. Most of them, you know, signs after the event, so no need to worry. But so I didn't want them to sign. They helped me to cover the event. But many people ask, you know, oh, did we miss it? Because in one day he went from 130 T-shirts to 260 T-shirts. So people were like, oh, we want something memory from this event. So I talked about poster, but I had to sell less so that they will not get so tired. Also, I'm gonna give the help of the what's profits, help goes to cover the event, and help will go to the athletes. I talked with them, and they said they will gladly sign them. And so Devon's forearm pain. Hello, Richards. Hello, my friend Michael's workspace. Hello, my friend. Hello, Texas Green Demonology. Evil Arm Production. Engine will teenagers be in East versus West soon? I'm not planning that. Connor Ellis, best card in the history. I agree, my friend. I agree. I shouldn't say this, but it is to me. I mean, hello to Alberta, Aaron. Engin, thank you for your incredible events. Much love from Australia. Hello to Australia. Sabtabi. Hi, Engin. I can't wait for T-shirt. Might get poster to love from Australia. Love to Australia. Hello, Sabtabi. Caroline Looms. 98. What was that? 98. I don't know what it means. Nodari Adamadze. Hello, my friends. Hello to Georgia. Miran. Yes, Miran. Greetings to California, my friend. Thank you. Thank you for your support. Thank you, my friend. Linn Demonology. Good day, my friend. Engin Terrat. Hello, my friend. Carol. Hello, Victor. Have you spoken, John, about possible match with? I know I don't want to talk about that when I know that John after the 7 most likely will pull Dennis, and then I mean he has 2 matches. Sabtabi best card in history without a close second, maybe East versus West 3. Hello, Roman. Nice to see you.
Hello, my friend.
My friends, Georgian, my Georgian friends who lives in Germany.
Yeah.
Askarot. Hello.
Did you know that my surname is also Gamtenadze?
Of course I know. The same like Irakli that you'll translate now, yeah? Sankar. Indian duty prudent again, Devon will lose some rounds on fouls because they are usually stubborn with the referee's grip. I don't know. It's up to them, you know. Chevy. Great job, Engin. Thank you, my friend Çağrı. Karakulak. İyi yayınlar. Teşekkür ederim Çağrı. Alex Tauria, no Dakis. Hello, my friend. Good morning to you and good evening to me, clerks. Hey, what's up, Beto? When will you have podcast with Devon and Prudnik? I just talked with Devon. We decided it to be the last podcast before the event. Most likely next weekend. And okay, guys, everything is going so fast. Alex, thank you for your super chat. Good morning, Engin. Super excited about the next event. I wish I could go, Dr. Alex. Thank you, my friend. Yes, I'm very excited too. Oh, really? Like, I mean, I'm trust me, I'm very tired. I haven't tried to do so many things. My brain is just gonna explode. But it's worth. It's worth. We all together, athletes, you fans, and I do my part. We all together is going to write history in 2 weeks, hopefully. Yeah, those posters, I'm gonna give the half of the profit after the expenses, have half of the profit to do event and half of them to the athletes. Today, as an example, I have one, but you know, it's not paper. It's just high quality. It will be signed by all the athletes. Yeah. As I said, the athletes. I will.
Looks awesome.
Athletes. Yes, it's big. It's 90 centim to 60 centim, 60 centim, and let's see. Oh, right here. Right here is the man.
There you go.
Well,
I don't know that guy. Who is that guy?
I don't know. An American football player. He's also great about arm wrestling. He has one match, one win record at East versus West. And the first one was against a Georgian. The second one is also gonna be against another Georgian. And if he beats Irakli, then he's gonna pull against someone who is considered, in my book, one of the top 5 pound-for-pound arm wrestling in the history.
Wow.
Who can that be, Roman? Who can that be?
I mean, there could be not many people. I need to think about this.
Rustam Babaev.
Oh yeah.
Rustam
He's in top
Babaev
5.
has been absent, but he is coming back. So he accepted the match if Paul wins. Alex, did I see another? Yes, Alex, I see another one. Thank you for your super chat. Paul, I wish you could go to my Devon seminar, but after March, Hermes is going to come. If you would like to come to that one here in Modesta, Dr. Alex.
Okay. What's the date on that?
No, I mean, this is super chat, Dr. Alex is asking you. So that's something you privately handle. I don't know what it is. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Anyway, so where is Irakli? Can you reach him?
I don't know. I can send a message, but yeah.
So, okay, now let's start. How have you been, my friend?
Very well. Can't
Very
complain.
well. Yeah. We lately saw wall size of back picture, and you seem to be in a very good shape.
Trying to be. Football season.
Your back is not gonna help you, right? Irakli says so.
Yeah, it's not part of the chain. It doesn't have anything to do with arm wrestling.
Yeah. Anyway, so you guys continue. Just 1 second. Let me check. What Irakli is doing.
Okay. Meanwhile, I will read some comments. There are a bunch of fans of Paul, the bodybuilder Linn. I did the other day one super chat for you, Paul. I said Paul bodybuilder Linn, but instead of Linn, I did Lean. So like Lee.
That's all.
It was cool.
Yeah. I got a little bit leaner than I have to go. I got about 6 more pounds to go. Maybe I'll be lean now.
Yeah, for sure. Caroline Loomis, one of the famous originals, has a super chat. 98 versus Europe. Yeah, Pauline. There you go. Super chat for you, brother.
Thank you, Carol.
98 versus Europe. What does 98 means?
There's a group in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, that goes by the 98%. They do events.
Oh, okay.
They got a Facebook page. They got some decent stuff.
Okay.
Hello, my friend.
How are you?
Hello, Engin. How are you?
Good. Irakli Gamtenadze.
როგორ ხარ ირა?
კარგად, შერაშვები.
არა მიშას, let's კარგათაო.
So, Irakli, how have you been, my friend? Good?
Good, thank you.
Good. Okay, Roman Gamtenadze, we don't need you. You can go.
Okay, ciao.
He speaks English already. Irakli, can you put your phone sideways? Yeah, thank you. Thank you, my friend. So, Irakli, when did you compete last time? The last time you competed, it was in USA?
ანუ ბოლოს როდის
USA. Yes, in USA. Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania,
right in Paul's state.
პოლის შტატი არის ოეგო, სადაც გამოხვედია ბოლოს.
Paulinმა ჩაატარა, ეგ შეჯიბე.
He said that Pauline was the organizer who set this champion competition. Yeah.
That is, it's our state championship. We do it every year in the summer.
Mm-hmm. You do it every year, Linn?
Yep. This coming year will be our 6th year.
ეგ შეჯიბრი. ხო, ყოველ წელს ატარებს. ეგ შეჯიბრი მოვიგე და შემდეგ ვალში მიწეს გამოსვლა. ვეჯიბრებოდი, ანუ 4 შეჯიბრის გამარჯვებული ეჯიბრებოდა ერთმანეთს და შემდეგ მოგებული ეჯიბრებოდა რიგენტი თუ რა გვარია, აღარ მახსოვს, წინავალის გამარჯვებულს.
Rob Wigg Jr.
ხო და მე კორონა დამემართა, პანდემიის დრო იყო და 15 კილო მოვიკელი და ვეღარ გავჩერდი და წამოვედი საქართველოს. თორემ მინდოდა გაგრძელება მონაწილეობა ვალში.
So he was saying he was saying that after he won this competition that you have set, Paul, then he was invited to the WAL against Rob Wigg Jr. But unfortunately, because of COVID, he had to drop weight, so he could not manage to take the challenge. And at the end, he obviously said gratitude and thanks to you, Paul, for this opportunity that you gave him.
Yeah, but after that, did I not see him playing with Brandon? Who was it? I mean, like lately, I saw him.
Brandon Ellison.
Yeah, you pull him even after the COVID or during the COVID or something. Can you tell him?
ანუ კოვიდის მერე გნახეო რომ კიდე გამოდიოდიო შეჯიბრზეო და ეხ ხო კოვიდის მერე იყო ანუ ეხა ცოტა დაიგო
არა კოვიდის მერე აღარ გამოსვლა.
No, it was not after COVID. It was not after COVID. He has not competed in USA after COVID.
Yeah. And how is his shape right now? Can you ask him?
Yeah, for sure. და ამ წუთას როგორ ხარო ეხა? ხო ხარო ჯანძეო, რა ფორმაში ხარო? 1-2 სიტყვით თუ გიხარ.
ამ წუთას კარგ ფორმაში ვარ. წონას ვიკლებ, უბრალოდ ვინ არჩუნებ წონას და კარგ ფორმაში ვარ ამჯერად.
რამდენ კილო ხარ ეხა? მაგასაც ვიტყვი.
იქ იმ შეჯიბრისთვის არ ვიყავი ნავარჯიშები. მეგობრებთან ვიყავი ჩასული ამერიკაში და შეჯიბრიაო მithles და გავედი იქ. იქ ვერ ვახერხებდი ვარჯიშს. არ ვიყავი იქ ნავარჯიშები, ისე გავედი შეჯიბრს. ეხა ფორმაში ვარ. ეხა ვარ 98 კილო.
Yeah. So he's saying that he's in a good form. He's keeping his shape up to date and keeps working out. 98 ხო? 98 kg. Yeah, 98 kg he's right now. Last time when he competed in USA, it was not as serious as he could be right now against Paul. It was not in the best shape he could have been, but right now he's in a good shape again. Yeah.
He's in very good shape. So is he in a good shape enough to beat Paul?
პოლის დასამარცხებლად საკმარის ფორმაში ხარო?
რა თქმა უნდა.
Yes, of course.
100%.
100% sure.
Yeah, he's 100% sure. And he said he once told me that like even if Paul was 110 kilo, he would still beat him even if he's 95 kilo. Does he still feel that confident?
აუ, ადრეო მითხრაო, რომ პოლი 110 კილოც რო იყოსო, მე 95 კილოთი მაინც დავამარცხებოდა. ეხაც იგივე განწყობით აზრზე არისო?
Yes.
Here you go. This is the confidence you need.
Get fat. I don't know. Why do you want me to be fat?
Okay, tell him that I will now tell Paul to not to lose the weight if it is okay for Irakli.
ან მაშინო რახანე ეგრე არისო შენთვისო თუ პრობლემა არა გაქვს, აღარ ვეტყვიო პოლს რო ცოტა დაიკლოსო წონაში, ცოტა მსუქანიაო რა და აღარ ვეტყვიო რა დაიკლოსო. შენ თუ
მე ისე მიჭირს, მე დაკლება ჯობია პაულმაც იტანჯოს დაკლებისთვის, როგორც მე.
Okay. So he's saying that it's quite tough for him to lose weight. So he would prefer Paul also to struggle like him. He's struggling to lose weight.
Oh, I thought it wouldn't matter.
And
Yeah.
I think he said he was 98 kilograms, so I think I'm already lighter.
Oh, really?
What's your weight right now?
Maybe like 96, 97.
96, 97. So almost.
Within a couple pounds.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, so almost the same. Yeah. And Irakli, will Paul's giant back save him from you?
პოლის აი დიდი ზურგი რო სურათი რო დადო, იმიდან გამომდინარე გეკითხება, გადაუშველისო ის ზურგის კუნთებიო, რაც აქვსო?
ანუ რა აქვსო? ზურგი.
პოლ
ნანახი მაქვს ზურგის კუნთები.
ხო და პოლს თუ უშველისო, მაგას გეკითხება რა. თუ შენ წინააღმდეგ შანსი არ აქვს მაინცო, რაც არ უნდა კაი კუნთები გქონდეს.
ზურგი უფრო პლიაჟზე და
This like back muscles is good when he's walking down to the beach during summer, but not in arm wrestling. It's not gonna make it.
But not at the East versus West, right?
Yeah, not right now. No way.
We're only used from here to here. That's it.
Yeah. I can still live all.
Yeah.
ო მე სხვა მიდგომა მაქვს, ჩემი ვარჯიშები მაქვს და ზედმეტი ვარჯიშები არ ვიტვირთავ ორგანიზმს და იმ დროს ვახმარ ხელის მოძლიერებას, მაჯის, ბიცეპსის, თითის და ესე შემდეგ.
He's saying that he consider like speaking out of his training regime. He's saying that he's not like the type of guy who hits his max over and over time. He's trying to not push too much limits. He has his own routine, and basically with enough time, he's just focused on his biceps, his arm strength, not just like to do everything like at maximum level all the time. So he's keeping it a bit light.
Yeah, but we need all of them. Whatever, I mean, no matter how strong you have your arm, it is what it is connected to your body, that needs to put the pressure. So that connection, shoulder, back, chest, everything is important. And Paul, we are having a little bit hard time to hear your voice, and even in the chat, people says if you can somehow raise the volume of your microphone or something. I don't know if it is.
1 second. I'll take the earphones out. That might be the problem.
Yeah, can you try now?
Is this any better?
Not really.
Not better.
Now it's okay, I think. Just can you talk again?
Any louder now?
Yeah. Now yes.
Yeah.
Better.
It was
better.
a headphone, sorry.
Yeah. It's okay. Yeah. So, what do you think about all this that your opponent saying that your back is good for at the beach and this and that? He's gonna beat even you are 110 kilo and 100% he's gonna win.
If he wasn't confident, then I would be disappointed. So I hope to face the best possible version of him, so that there's no question in mind. Whoever wins, there's no arguments. I have no excuses if I lose, and he's the better man.
Yeah, I understand.
Irakli, sorry, Engin, I will say something to Irakli. ირა, შენ რაღაცები კი ვიცი, რო ხდები ისედაც ინგლისური გესმის და აი ყოველი თქმა გადაგითარგნო თუ აი შენ როგორც მეტყვი ისე ვიზამ რა.
არა, გადამითარგმნე, ხო თან ცოტა ხარვეზები აქვს და გარეთა ვარ, ბათუმში ვარ, არ ვარ სახლში, აქ ბიჭები შედის ატარებენ და ჩამოსულები ვარ მოსწავლეებთან ერთად.
Okay.
გარეთა ვარ, ცოტა ხმაურია და თან გადამითარგმნე, შენსაც უფრო გგებულობ. გგებულობ ხო, მაგრამ შენსაც
ანუ შენზე თქვა რომ ენგიმმა კითხა თავის შენი შენ რაც თქვი მაგის შესახებ თავისი აზრი რომ დაეფიქსირებია პოსტს და თქვა რომ ეგეთი დარწმუნებული რო არისო პირიქით ძალიან კაიაო და დაჟე იმედგაცრუებული ვიქნებოდიო რომ ეგეთი დარწმუნება არ დამენახა მის თვალებშიო და
ხო, ჩემი მდგომარეობა
I ask you for translation, but you seem like you became moderated.
No. I will explain everything. Like, okay, I will tell you right now. So I asked, make sure that Paul Irakli knows English too, and I did not want to translate to him too much. So I did not want to take too much time of you guys. But he still told me that he's outside right now, and he would prefer to I would translate everything.
Okay. Anyway, so Paul, basically you are saying that, I mean, what do you think about Irakli's style? That is not exactly the brachyradialis type of the open arm, but he is more like bicep type of, this right. Weird style. Yeah, it is a style that even you turn his pronator, because he forces himself here, it seems like he's still pronator there. In fact, his pronator is turned, but because he forces himself, so it doesn't turn anymore. So are you have you studied all this, and have you ever pulled someone like that,
So I think probably the match that you're referring to is the Vitaly Lillet match, which is the first time in my research that I saw Irakli really drop into. I guess Ryan Bowen calls that a king's hook. I've never pulled anyone in competition who was able to successfully do it, so I'm not super familiar with it. But from the matches that I saw from Irakli in Pennsylvania and some of the other more recent matches, he seems, if he's not stressed out, he seems to be very technical high hooker. His setup is that of a high hook with a post dropping down into side pressure, and he stays tight. He stayed tight, and he seemed very fundamentally sound in just about every match other than that Vitaly Lillet match. So I know he has that in his arsenal. That's definitely something new to me, but I feel pretty comfortable on my bicep as well.
Okay, I will briefly translate that, Engin, please. So, Paul თქვა, ეგიმა კითხა, შენ სტილიდან გამომდინარე, აი ასეთი სტილი აქვსო, რომ აი გვერდზე side pressure-ს უაკეთებსო, ხელი ცოტა სუპერნირებული არისო, მაგრამ მთელი ორგანიზმით რომ მიდისო, ხელი მეტჯერ აღარ ტიალდებაო იქეთო და მაინც ეკაჩები შენ მოწინააღმდეგეს აი ამისკენ, რომ პინი გააკეთო და ამის წინააღმდეგ შენი გამოცდილება თავისი გამოცდილება აინტერესებდა პოლს მაგიტო კითხა რა და პოლმა თქვა რომ თითქმისო ეგო ჩემთვის ძალიან ახალიაო გამოცდილება არა მაქვსო მაგის წინააღმდეგო და ნამდვილად აქვსო ეგ იარაღიო თავის არსენალშიო რა შენზე თქვა და საყურადღებოა ჩემი მხრიდანო და ვეცდებიო რაღაცა მოუხერხო რა
ეგ მოძრაობას აი ვცდილობ საერთოდ არ გამოვიყენო სხვანაირად ვაპირებ შეჯიბრებას და აი სიმართლე გითხრა წლებია უკვე ესე ანუ არც დარბაზში არ შეჯიბ ვცდილობ რომ ესე არ შევეჯიბრო რა სხვა ტექნიკით და სხვა სტილით რა
Okay, so he said about the style that he's focused on something else right now, or even though, like you said, Paul, it's his one of his styles. He doesn't. He's not gonna go. He's not gonna going to use that style in this case. He has something else in his mind, so he's kind of will try to avoid that. That's what he said.
I figured as much. I figured that style was specifically for that Vitaly match, and he was successful in that. It was a huge win, unbelievable match. Endurance is great, and like I said, I've gotten to see him pull firsthand live against a lot of guys that I know. I know his form now is going to be much better. So in my mind, I'm preparing for that, times two. So I've been able to work a little bit with some of the Georgians around here as well. So I've done my research as much as I possibly can. I have the utmost respect for the Georgian team as a whole, and for Irakli specifically, and all of his accomplishments. So for me, whenever I get offered these matches, I'm grateful. If I can compete and show that I can compete with the Europeans and the Georgians, to me, that's good enough. Obviously, I'm coming to win, like that's the plan. But even being offered and considered for these matches is honor for me. Enough.
That's our honor, my friend. You deserve it 100%.
So ან ჩემთვის დიდი პატივი არისო ზოგადადო რამდენჯერაც მიწევსო ქართველების წინააღმდეგ ქართველებს დიდ პატივს ემო ქართველთა მკლავჭიდის ჯგუფსო და პირიქით დიდი პატივია ჩემთვისო თუ კი მეძლევა საშუალება რომ ჩემი თავი მათ წინააღმდეგ დავამტკიცო რა და ასევე შენ მომზადებაზე თქვა რომ დაახლოებით მეც მივხვდიო რომ ეგეთ რაღაცას იტყოდაო რომ არ გამოიყენებდა იმასო რა იმ სტილსო იმიტომ რომ ბოლოს რომ ნახეო ეგო ისეთი ხალხის წინააღმდეგ გადაწია ხელი ვისაც კარგად ვიცნობო რა და შესაბამისად მე ვემზადებიო მაგ ვერსია რა ვერსიაც მაშინ ვნახეო ლაივშიო მისიო შენზე ამბობს ხო აი ორჯერ გაუმჯობესებული ვერსიის წინააღმდეგ ვცდილობ ჩემი თავი განვაწყო რომ მზად ვიყო რა ანუ ხდება რომ რაღაცა სხვას შეთავაზებ ვიდრე მან თვითონ იცის
Okay. I have two questions for you. One is that you have a world title. Is it right arm or left arm? And the second question, people don't know much about the athletes from the East. WAF is the toughest event in the world, especially under 100 kilo. Even 110 is tough, super heavyweight is tough, but like 100 and under, 90 and under is just nightmare, And people, they follow most likely the English-speaking Western pullers, but they don't know much about the Eastern pullers. So my intention to organize this event just to unite the East and West, and then just we have one world, and then just let the best ones to pull, since we have only one world, and then pull against each other. And you are one of those athletes. People don't know much about you. Can you tell us the athletes the famous athletes that you defeated during your career?
ანუ ესო მე ვიციო რომ შემსოფლიო ჩემპიონის ტიტულიც გაქვსო უბრალოდ თავიდან კითხვასავით დაგისვა მარცხენა თუ მარჯვენა ზუსტად არ მახსოვსო ეს ერთი კითხვა იყო ანუ ორი კითხვით მოგმართა რა პირველი კითხვა ეს იყო და მეორე კითხვა იყო რომ ხაზი გაუსვა იმას რომ კლავჭიდის ასე თქვათ ფანები და ვინც ამ კლავჭის თვალყურს ადევნებს ყველა უფრო ნაკლებად იცნობს აღმოსავლეთელებს და უფრო მეტად ინგლისურად მოლაპარაკე მოსაუბრე ხალხს ანუ დასავლეთელებს რა და აი შენთან მიმართებაში რა კითხავ იცი რომ აი ისეთი ანუ 100 კილოზე და უფრო დაბლა კატეგორიებიო აი ამ ვაფსეო რაღაცა კატასტროფულად რთული არისო და ძალიან დიდი კონკურენცია არისო მანდოდა ეს ბევრმა ამან არ იცისო ბევრმაო რა ხაზი მაგას გაუსვა და შენო აი ესე თქვათ დასავლეთელებიდან აი ცნობილ ხალხსო რახან ხალხი უფრო მეტად დასავლეთელებს იცნობსო აი ვიზზე გაქვს გამარჯვება მოპოვებულიო ეს იყო რაღაც მეორე კითხვა რომ ასე თქვათ უფრო პოპულარული გაგხარდეს რა ალბათ მაგის კითხვა
ანუ
პირველი კითხვა მაინც იყო შენი ეს ჩემპიონ ანუ რისი ტიტული გაქვს
მარჯვენაში ვარ მსოფლიო ჩემპიონი
He says that he is world champion at right hand
და ევროპის ჩემპიონი ორივე ხელებში
and European champion on both arms ეგ არის 90 კილო ხო
90 ხო
90 kg
მეორე მესამე ადგილები ევროპაზეც და მსოფლიოთაც ბევრი და ანუ მომიგია ამერიკელებზე აინტერესებს ვიზე
ხო,
მომიგია
რატო თქვა, იცი? ხო, იმიტომ რომ ხალხი უფრო მეტად აი ამერიკულ ხალხს აი ინგლისურ მოლაპარაკე ხალხს უფრო იცნობსო და აი
ძირითადად სოფლიო ჩემპიონატზე ამერიკელები ანუ მასეთი მასშტაბით არ მონაწილეობდნენ და შეხვედრაც ხო ანუ ეგ რო გამოვედი ახლა შეჯიბზე პენსილვანიაში იქ თითქმის ყველა ამერიკელი იყო მათ აი ისეთი განსაკუთრებული არავინ არ იყო და ევროპელებზე ცნობილზე ბევრზე მომიგია.
So he's saying that like champions he's been already said and he kept being like a second, third place on both arms overall. And he also said about the guys who competed against with. He said that usually it's more like Eastern people, not Western people. Even in Pennsylvania, there were no such big names that
I'm not talking about in the WAF, in Europeans. Who did he beat?
No, yeah, he said overall. It's still he's people. Okay. He wants to say something.
შეჯიბრი ევროპელებზე ანუ მომიგია რუსლან ბაბაევზე, ალან მაკაევზე,
Rustam Babaev, Alan Makaev, Ongarbayev, he has beaten them. Laletin as well.
So he beat Ruslan, right? Not Rustam. Ruslan.
Yes.
He beat Ruslan Babaev, Alan Makaev,
Alan Makaev,
Vitaly
Alan Makaev,
and Khadirgal Ongarbayev,
Yander Tsonev,
Yordan Tsonev he beat.
And Vitaly
Laletin. This guy defeated has wins at least. And the world, 98% of the world doesn't know about him.
Right.
Imagine.
And Paul is gonna face this guy.
Yeah. We talk about it, Engin. We talk about it, Engin. That's the problem. The social media presence for everyone on the West is so much more. So the perception is that these guys from the West are in the limelight. And most of the followers of arm wrestling don't follow WAF that closely and don't really know what's in the rest of the world. I think that's what's so good about East versus West, though. It's allowing for people like Hermes and Evgeny Prudnik, who are starting to learn to speak English, and their personalities are coming through. It's shedding light onto the quality of arm wrestling in the East, as well as the characters and the fact that the European guys do also have charisma and character as well.
Yes. They always had it, but other people didn't know what it is because we talk to communicate, we speak, but when you cannot communicate, you don't know what it is, So that is my goal. But when you go a competition against Irakli Gamtenadze, people are thinking, oh, everyone is pulling a tough guy, but not Paul. Paul's opponent is unknown. But it is because they don't know.
I get my ass kicked. If I get my ass kicked, everybody's what?
I mean, if you lose, they will just say you lost an unknown guy. Yeah, unknown guy. They beat Rustam Babaev, Alan Makaev, Khadirgal Ongarbayev, and
Vitaly Laletin, Yordan Tsonev.
Yeah, Vitaly Laletin.
As long as I know, I'm okay with it.
Yeah. So what I'm just saying that, there are a lot of people who are not well known by the Western fans, but I mean, that's why East versus West is. So this is very tough match. I'm telling to people, Paul is incredibly strong. Paul, your performance against Rambed, against John Berzing, and some others, you're incredible. But your opponent is also incredible. So it is like unbelievable match. But people, because there are so many matches like Dave Chaffey, Hermes, Devon, Brudnik, it's my fault.
I probably had 20 people reach out to me or talk to me at practice, assuming that I was pulling Irakli's rakish feeling.
Oh, okay.
Oh, damn.
And I said, no. And they say, wait, hold on, there's another Georgian Irakli. I said, yeah, he's a world champion. So
in America you have many Michael name, Paul name,
as well.
Iraqi name and so many different names, not every Iraqi is Zirakashvili. And Gamtenadze is older than Zirakashvili. Gamtenadze has been pulling probably about 15 years.
Რამდენი წელია რაც კლავჭი ჩიხარო ირა? 18 years.
Yeah, because I know him for about 15 years for sure. Probably those 3 years were the time that he was getting better to be part of the national team. So then I started to see him, yeah.
2006 წელს ვიყავი პირველ ევროპის ჩემპიონატზე ახალი აზრიაში.
In juniors, it was 2006 years when he was first time participant in Europeans. So at the juniors. So since then,
Did he go to the same year to Manchester for the World Championships?
Manchester-შიც მაგწეს გახვედიო მსოფლიო ჩემპიონატზეო, მსოფლიოზე.
არ ვიყავი რაღაცა. ოპერაცია გავიკეთე და იქ ვერ წავედი.
Because of surgery, unfortunately, he was not in Manchester.
Okay, he went to Hungary, but not England. Okay, that year, 2006. Yeah, I understand. Yeah.
I'm an old guy too.
Manchester-ი 2007 წელს 2007 წელს იყო Manchester. ანუ მე მგონია რომ ამერიკელებს, ანუ ევროპელე, ანუ უფრო აი ჩემ შემთხვევას ვიტყვი, ანუ მეც, ჩემი მოსწავლეებიც, ირგვლივ ყოფი ხალხი, ანუ პაკისტანშიც რო წერს ადამიანი ხელს და ინდოეთშიც თუ ძლიერია, ისინიც ვიცით ვინ არიან და ანუ ძლიერი ხალხი ყველგან იციან ვინ არიან, მაგრამ რაღაც ამერიკელები უფრო პასიურები არიან, არ ინტერესდებიან ევროპელებით, ესე მგონია.
He said that every nation has their own type of like one of the top guys. And he's familiar of them if there is someone in Pakistan or someone in India or somewhere else. But he underlined the fact that USA guys are not showing as much interest against Europeans as I guess he would wish to see, right? So that's kind of fact that we don't have such a at the WAFs, for example.
It's not about arm wrestling only. We live in an age that entertainment is more important than what is necessity. Like, as I always say that now, I mean, people, like, even if you put pure arm wrestling, they like it, but they want some addition. They want a story with it, and that is why, but to have their story, you need to understand the language. So when the guys don't speak the language and they are from this side of the world, they don't do so much like hype things, you understand? Like as the Western side of the world. So two different worlds. So here is more quiet, more just doing the job. The other one is still doing the job, but also likes to make it exciting, you understand? So that's my opinion, that's why they don't know,
Yeah.
Well, I think that there is a contingency of Americans who do desperately want to prove themselves against the Europeans. I think that there are some out there. I know personally, I get offered matches in the United States all the time, but I would much prefer coming over to Turkey. To me, those opportunities are invaluable. I can pull guys from the United States at any given time, at any given tournament. That's kind of lost its luster to me, unless it's somebody in a higher weight class or something. So for me, and I know Justin Bishop, guys like that, Paul Talbot, all of those guys are desperately wanting to prove themselves over in East versus West.
Paul, I will tell you something. Very seldom that I get a no from an American puller or Canadian puller. Whenever I said, would you pull here? I mean, 99%, I mean, they say yes. And they are very, I'll say, happy. You understand?
Yeah.
They're very happy. So they are, how to say, I mean, they are very brave,
Yeah.
They're very brave. They just want to come and prove themselves, They are not any scared of anything, This, I mean, my experience, because I offer them and then they are like, let's go, They don't even say, I'm going to give you answer 2 hours later or tomorrow or 3 days.
Yes.
Only they ask the date. And then if date is something bad for their business, work, or a family, something, understand? Then that time they say, okay, I can come, not this one, but the next one, but they are in for 100%.
Yes. We don't get those opportunities as much. And a lot of times, like, our federation and everything, of course, the Americans participate in worlds as well. But to be honest, like in preparation for that and, all the logistics involved in that is harder than what you provide, Engin. So it's like it's a no-brainer decision when you're offered the opportunity to compete against Europeans, because to us, there's a huge value in it for self-affirmation. So, if we've beaten everybody in the United States and in the social media world thinks we're better than we are, that doesn't really, I don't think for a lot of us, it doesn't affirm our own self-worth. So I think there's a great amount of us that do want to come over and test ourselves.
Yeah. That's I understand. Yeah, but it is for anyone. I mean, like there is like the world is bigger than our own nation. You understand? That's So if you wanna prove that you are number one, I mean that's the place. And also, who wouldn't want to be in the same team with John Berzing, Michael Todd, Matt Mass, Dave Lara, Dave Chaffey, Jerry Cadoret, Paul Linn, just look at the team, I wish we could make all of them at one event. If I had a chance, I would do it. I'm crazy enough to do it. Anyways.
Well, that's the interesting thing for East versus West as well. Arm wrestling is such an individual sport. Unless you're going and representing your country at Worlds or Europeans or whatever it may be, unless you're going with a team, it's very individualistic. And I think as these events have progressed on, there has been a little bit more team camaraderie and, the fan support actually caring whether the East or West does well. So it's really evolved into something different, and it's a unique setting where you get to go and see all these guys that you don't always get to see. You get to talk to them, you get to strategize with them, and then you get to support them and root for them when you're not actually competing yourself. It's very healthy. Very healthy.
Even when you have someone at your corner, it makes you guys like
that elevates you when you got somebody who's better than you supporting you and giving you their energy. How can you not feed off of that?
And does it also create some kind of strong story? Remember, we were in over there overseas in Istanbul. We were together. That's I think that's good memory as well.
I hear you and Neil and John and Ron and all these guys, these legends and Cobra. They tell stories about, that was this date when we were in this country, and this date when we were in this country, and this happened. And there's a story for everything. And when I'm coming up and I'm looking into these guys, it's like I've always had a strong appreciation for history as it pertains to sports. So I'm not a fan of people, but I respect the history and the path. And hearing those stories just made me a little, jealous and envious at the time. Like, I want to write my stories too. I want to go to been there. And Engin, I'm old. I'm 41 years old. So a lot of these guys were doing this at a time, had I known about arm wrestling, that I could have been participating. So it kills me. I'm like, I missed, 35 years that I could have been competing.
But now you are being part of something that will be unforgettable, and it will go down to history, maybe the great. And then now you are part of that team.
This one specifically is really special. So I'm just thankful to be a part of it, but I'll come in my best. Yeah.
Anyways, there are super chats. Alex, Engin, I donated the $150 for signed poster. Thank you, my friend. You will receive an email when it's near to the event, and you will give your address to different email that we will ask you to send, and then you will receive it here. Once again, this is not paper, but this is gonna be a very high quality poster. We will. Yeah, it will be very nice. Everyone, including Levan and Dennis, will sign. And let's see if there is another super chat, and then I will ask to Irakli. Okay, Irakli, what do you think? What do you think about the level of the competition that you are gonna participate?
რას ფიქრობ აი შეჯიბრის დონეზე, რომელშიც ახლა აი სადაც უკვე მონაწილეობას მიიღებ, ანუ East versus West.
მე რაც ვარ კლავჭიჩი, აი ესეთი დონის შეჯიბრი ჯერ არასდროს არ ყოფილა, მინდა ვთქვა. აი რაც ხდება, ესეთი დონის შეჯიბრი და ესეთი ხშირი ყოველ 3 თვეში, 4 თვეში უკვე ისე პირველი ეტაპი და უკვე ისე მეხუთი ეტაპი, ისე მალე მოვიდა, ანუ ძალიან მიკვირს და მინდა რომ ეს დიდი ხანი გაგრძელდეს და იმედი მაქვს გაგრძელდება და ახალ თაობასაც და ძველ თაობასაც უფრო ინტერესი მიეცა, ანუ ვიტყვი რომ მიძინებული სპორტსმენებიც გაცოცხლდა და ყველა და ამ შეჯიბზე მოხვედრა და ანუ ჩემი მოსწავლეებიდან გამომდინარე ისინიც იმისთვის ემზადებიან რომ ესეთ მასშტაბურ შეჯიბზე მიიღონ მონაწილეობა და ძალიან გასაკვირია რომ კლავჭიდისთვის ესეთი დონის შეჯიბი ტარდება. სასიხარულო.
So since he's been in this industry, in this sport, he has never competed at such a high level as it is, East versus West Engin. And he said also that it's quite surprising how often you manage to pull off every year such a high level matches and such high level events. Like he said that this fifth event came so quickly right now, like he says every season, like summer, autumn, winter and stuff, right? So he's very thankful about that. He also said that it's very good for newer generations, or not only just the older arm wrestlers who are already involved decades and decades in this sport, but also new guys. And he even said that it was like the time when you started to set up this East versus West event as it is, it was like a sport was kind of sleepy mode, right? Like because of COVID, I guess also I guess he meant that too. So yeah, it's really good. It's really high level, and he's very surprised, but also very excited that this event takes place every year, every season.
Yeah, see, whenever, if you ask to people, they will say that 95% of the people say that best food that they eat is their mother's food. It's because a lot of love is involved with it. So the reason that I'm doing all this, trust me, it's all love, all love. As long as I don't lose money, I love it. I enjoy it so much. I get up with so much pain in my head. I thought I'm gonna have brain bleeding, and I say I cannot survive, you know. Then I continue, and then the day is not enough because I do that, this. I mean, I'm not gonna tell everything here, but I'm doing a lot of things. But I love it. If I didn't love, I wouldn't really seriously. It's no good for my health, you know. But I love it. I love it, and whenever I see that people are, oh, great job, Engin, great job, Engin, I'm like, okay, you know, that I made the community happy, and then these people are not normal people. These people are the people that share the same love and passion that, like everyone. I know what Paul is doing when he's getting ready. I know how he's feeling, how he's excited. I know Irakli, I have been there, you know, and I mean, I'm happy. I kind of feel that it's necessary to do this. Understand? The community need it.
Yes.
So that's why I do. And tell Irakli that I'm also very honored that he's also participating in our events.
ანუ ამ ყველაფერსო ირაკლი მე სიყვარულით ვაკეთებო, რომ არ მიყვარდეს რა თქმა უნდა, ვერ შეძლებდი და არც გავაკეთებდიო, ყოველდღიო რომ აი ვიღვიძებ საქმეს ვაკეთებ, მიხარია თუნდაც თავის ტკივილი მქონდეს, აი ამ ხალხს რომ მადლიერს ხედავო, მეც პოზიტიურად ვეწყობიო და შენ გითხრა ასევე ხაზი გაუსვა, რომ პირიქით მადლობელი ვარ და ჩემთვის არის პატივი, რომ შენ ხარ მონაწილე ამ შეჯიბრისო, ხარ რაც გველის წინ.
პირიქით მადლობა და ანუ ასეთ რამეს რო არ ვიცით ენგინს რომ კლავჭიდე უყვარს, მე მგონი აი შეიძლება ეწყოს ყველაზე მეტად ალბათ ენგინს კლავჭიდი. აი თვითონ ზენგსაც უყვარს კლავჭიდი. და რასაც ახერხებს ამდენი სპორტსმენებთან კომუნიკაციას, საუბარს, ჩართვებს და 1000 წვრილ
Okay, so he said that likewise, Engin, thank you for giving the opportunity and wishes all the best to you to keep up the good work. And he also says that, like, when you mentioned your love towards this sport, he said like everyone in this sport, whoever is interested in this sport, you are the most interested. You are the guy who has the most love. Even he also mentioned even more than John Brzenk. He thinks that you are the guy who loves this sport even more than John Brzenk. And so he mentioned that your love is really like evidential. You know, everyone sees that.
Yeah, I mean, this is the
Yeah,
I owe this to comedy. I feel grateful. That is why I am inviting Gary Goodrich. I'm inviting Zaur. I'm inviting Sharon Remes. I'm
Yeah.
inviting Cobra Rose, Haidar Gildil. I even asked to Dave Patton, and the same Richard Lapkus. I asked, they were not available. I will ask to Ellen Fisher as well. So that is being grateful, because they can't be, oh, once they were good, now we forgot. No, no, no. We need to remember these people, and then later we will also remember Pauline, Irakli, Gamtenadze. Even maybe after they quit, that we will say, okay, these guys were our legends, so let's remember them too. That is good to be, grateful. It's not like everything is getting so much like use on throw away. Everything.
Mhm.
The food is becoming fast food. Everything is just use and forget. Use and forget this life. I'm not that. I'm old fashioned guy. I like to remember the past guys who inspired us. Anyway, so you want
I think from the athlete's perspective, we appreciate that more than you'll know, Ang. And I know sometimes people criticize things it's not even worth thinking about. Because from our perspective, with all the other leagues and opportunities that there are out there, a lot of times it's just business, and it's just business. So for that reason, you don't have as much loyalty to the organization. But I feel like from the puller's perspective, I know personally, I am loyal to your organization. If you're doing anything, I would always be honored to be involved in that. And I'll do my best to make myself available for that over other opportunities that may have other things tied to them. I think that a lot of arm wrestlers are loyal, whether they say it or not, and would gladly support everything you do, because I think as a whole, we all know that it's coming from a good place.
Yeah,
Now,
but I also feel the same. I see your support. I see that how much you support me, and I know you know my intention.
mhm,
So trust me, it is both ways. I also appreciate what you guys are doing by accepting my invite, coming there, and we all together right in history. Trust me, it is not Engin Terzi's event. It is
yep.
Engin Terzi's athletes in the community who are supporting. Some may not have the money to support by buying pay-per-view. It's okay. I'm just against those pirate streaming. It is bad. It's harming everything. It's harming the athletes, because more we make, income, then I can also pay athletes more. It is not that these athletes are making super money or something. So some athletes very popular, they are making okay money, but as a support we should be making much more money. So that is nobody should think that if we buy more pay-per-view, Engin is gonna become rich. No, Engin is gonna be paying these athletes more. I'm already slowly I'm already paying more, so that because this is what they this is not what they deserve. They deserve 10 times more than this is minimum. But we are not at that level yet. So let's grow together. Say
Yes.
no to those piracy streaming. It's no good. If you don't have money, I understand. Even you say, good job, Engin. I'm more than happy for that. But just wait 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, whatever, and then watch. I also put on YouTube. But I
Yeah.
cannot right away. I cannot cover the event. You
See,
understand?
I think from an arm wrestler's perspective, like, you care at all about the sport. If you compete at all, if you ever compete, if you ever have, you should be purchasing these pay-per-views, even if you don't watch them live. Sometimes it doesn't marry up with your time, but I buy every single one just to support and then rewatch it when I have time. I think it's so important. There's only so many avenues that we can support the growth of the sport. And why would you not want to support through a few dollars here or there the purest promotion that we probably have had out there in as long as I can remember? So I think it is on the fan and the arm wrestler. It is on them that they should purchase, if at all possible. But if you can't financially, it comes out on YouTube for free. So I mean, just gotta wait a couple of days.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so I mean, guys, like there was a injury with Jerry. I replaced with Dave Chaffey. Injury with Michael Todd. I replaced with Devon. I don't go like oh, what to do. Maybe we cancel this match. I try to give something as good as the replacement. You understand? Like the same. So let's do all together. Anyway, so let's forget about this one, and we can talk about the other matches and predictions. And okay, let's start, Paul, with you. Paul, the first one. It's a tough one, and I want your 100% honest opinion. Linn versus Irakli Gamtenadze.
50-50. We're gonna have to find out on the desk.
Yeah. Such a nice guy.
Hey, I tell everybody, like, the State Kings thing is awesome, but I tell all my friends, do not bet on me. I don't want that pressure. I don't want that stress. Don't bet on me.
Okay.
Yeah. So it is not because you are such a nice guy, but it's really how you feel. 50-50.
So from a competitor's perspective, I've throughout my process in sports, I've learned that it's invaluable to respect your opponent. If there is ever a time where you're overconfident, your training will slip, your mental game will slip. So I don't ever come into a match believing that I am a favorite. Whether I am or not, I need to tell myself that I must be better, I must be stronger, I must be on my game on the day of competition. So if I tell myself that, hey, I should win this or whatever, then I'm going to lose my edge. So I choose to at all times be the underdog if at all possible.
I understand. Okay. And Irakli, how do you see that match in percentage?
პროცენტუალურად უთხარი, აბა, შენი და პაულის მატჩი.
მე ვფიქრობ სადღაც 80-20 რა.
ვის სასარგებლოდ?
What?
Yeah, he said 80-20%, and then I asked 80 for who, and he laughed. So I guess 80 for him and 20 for Paul.
Okay, so he's see that's what Paul wanted, yeah. And
I know.
Okay, say go ahead.
როდესაც ვიცი ვის უხდები, თითქმის 100%-ით ვიცი მოუგებ თუ წავარდე.
He said that whenever he knows his upcoming opponent, he 100% is sure he has two options. Either he wins or he loses, but he 100% knows if he loses or if he wins. That's what he wanted to say. So
ერთი მაგალითი მინდა მოვიყვანო 2016-ში ევროპის ჩემპიონატზე პრუდნიკი იყო ჩემპიონატში. ევგენი პრუდნიკი, ანდერსონები, კარაევი, ფილიპოვი, ბევრი სპორტსმენი, მაკაევი და ანუ ყველაზე მეტად არ მინდოდა პრუდნიკთან შეჯიბრება. ისე რამდენი შევეხვდი პრუდნიკს, ისე დავიღალე. შემდეგ ვეღარ გავაგრძელე ბრძოლა. და ერთი წააგო პრუდნიკმა და შემდეგ კიდე ისეთი რთული შეხვედრა ქონდა. ანუ უყურებდი, დარწმუნებული ვიყავი პრუდნიკი თუ წააგებდა ევროპის ჩემპიონი მე ვიქნებოდი. არა და მანამდე დიდი დრო იყო კიდე გასავლით, მაგრამ და ესეც მოხდა რა, იმოცმა მოუგო პრუდნიკს და შემდეგ არც ვიბლობდი ისე გავხდი შეჯიბრზე ჩემპიონი და ბევრი მაგალითი მაქვს, ავი რო ხვდები ოპონენტს, ვიცი ის რა შემომთავაზებს, ვიცი რა უნდა გავაკეთო, მაგრამ მიახლოებით თითქმის 90% ვიცი მოუგებ თუ არ მოუგებ და პაულინის შემთხვევაში ვიცი რომ მოუგებ.
Okay. Very რაღაცა თქვი და ეხლა გადავუთრებო ყველაფერს რა. So he said like I already mentioned, like he's most likely 100% sure whether he's gonna win or not against his opponent, and then he started like to give us some example. So his example was about European Championship 2016, and it was an example of Prudnik. So he said that he didn't want it. He wished not to pull Prudnik because anytime he pulls Prudnik, he gets exhausted and it really affects on his physical capabilities for upcoming matches during the tournament. So there was also other people like Filipov, Makaev, and every other. And Prudnik has lost to one of Prudnik's pool at the tournament. He saw that Prudnik lost, and then he was sure if Prudnik would lose the second one too during this tournament, he would be European championship, and it happened so, and then he became European champion. So that was like 2016, one of the examples he wanted to say about why he feels usually it's at least 90% he's sure when he has opponent, he knows either he's gonna beat or he's gonna lose. And Engin, for you, he said that this time he knows he's gonna beat Paul. Yeah.
He's gonna what?
He's gonna beat Paul.
Oh, he's gonna beat Paul. Oh, okay, okay,
He's
okay.
sure. He's sure.
I will ask him a question, but short answer, I want. Short answer.
მოკლე პასუხი
Usually
მითხარი.
when we have a chat with Zurab, he puts a shirt and his leg size, arms, like this. And now we see Irakli with the jacket and everything. Is he trying to not to scare Paul?
უცებ მითხარიო მოკლე პასუხიო რა ზურა რო არისო ჩვენი თავბერძეზე თქვა რამდენი მოიწვიო სულ აი ასე არისო წინ ჩაჩიო და სულ მოკლემკრავებიანი აცვიაო რომ თავისი კუნთები დაგვენახოსო ზურაზეო და შენო დღეს გიყურებთ რომ ჟაკეტში ხარ რაღაცაო და იმიტომ ხომ არ ჩაიცვი ჟაკეტიო რომ პოლინი არ შეგეშინებიაო რა ამიტომ ხარ გაცვიაო
არა პაულინს ჩემი კუნთების არ შეეშინება მაგრამ გარეთუსი ვარ და სიცივია უკვე ჩვენთან საკმაოდთან ცოტა ხანი შეიძლება ხელი ვაჩვენო პაულს მაგრამ
Okay, he said that there is no way his muscles gonna scare Paul Linn. There is no way. It's just the jacket is because it's cold outside there. But he could flex if you want.
His forearm was so big,
Yeah.
Anyway, so I will tell something. Whenever he takes somebody's wrist.
There you go. There you go.
Oh yeah. It looks big. Oh yeah.
There you go. There you go.
Okay. Now Paul is gonna tell us. Paul is 40% Iraqi.
Oh, sorry.
He said Paul sorry.
He said, oh, sorry.
But Paul, that forearm is good. Another question, quick.
Yeah.
Is he in the shape or even better shape than when he won the world championships right now?
ანუ ახლა ამ წუთასო იმაზე უკეთეს ფორმაშია ვიდრე მსოფლიო ჩემპიონატი რომ მოიგო?
Yes. ანუ შევცვალე ვარჯიშებიც და ანუ ხელისწევაც რა.
Yeah, he changed his training regime and also he changed the style way he pulls.
Yeah, so he is now even stronger shape than when he won worlds. So if Paul beats Irakli, Paul is beating the best shape of Irakli, correct?
Exactly, correct.
Wow. And another thing I want to ask him quickly, and then I will ask Paul. Whenever Irakli takes somebody's wrist, he's making a sound with like whistling. Can you tell him to do that?
ისო შევამჩნიო რომ როდესაც მოწინააღმდეგეს მაჯასოთ ეხა უკვე რა ანუ ხელს რო გადაწევისასო რაღაცა სტვენისნაირ ხმას გამოცემო რა ასე შევამჩნიო და შეგიძლიაო რომ დემონსტრაცია გააკეთო მაგისიო რა
არა this
come on he was saying like
no
come on
როგორ აკეთებო გითხარიო
like he was doing like this whenever he takes somebody's wrist or if he's gonna pull someone and I said you cannot beat that guy and then he said no his wrist is weak and then he goes like he does something like this he doesn't remember
yeah he remembers but I don't know why he's not doing გავიკეთეო ანუ ასე რო გააკეთეს რაღაცა რაც ენსო რა და რაღაცა ხიბლავს ალბათ ეთყობა შენი ეგ
do like this
Do it.
გააკეთეო ეს უძრაობა
პოზიციაში იშვიათად ბრძოლობდა ანუ უფრო პოზიციაში
he said it's kind of rare when he does this position usually he's going kind of inside
but whenever he wants to prove show the point that his opponent is a weak wrist he was making a sound tell him I'm gonna cancel his match if he doesn't do it
გავაუქმო მის მაჩზე იცოდე გავაუქმო შენ მაჩ თუ არ გააკეთებო რა ეხა დემონსტრაცია უნდა რომ ნუ რაღაცას აკეთებს ու იმას გონია რომ სტვენ რა I'm trying to persuade him Engi არა no he says not I guess that's a secret weapon I guess I don't know
and Paul, how do you see Samusha versus Daniel Prokopchuk? You saw Daniel versus Corey Miller, and then you pull Samusha. How do you see that match?
I have Samusha as a heavy favorite. I train with Goga Ubilava from Georgia, and he always speaks extremely highly of the V. And saying that now that he's had 2-3 matches underneath his belt. He's very soon going to be unbeatable at that 90. So, and just knowing what Samusha feels like, I have him as a heavy favorite.
I understand. Guys, the as T-shirt didn't include pay-per-view, the poster doesn't include pay-per-view, my friend. Pay-per-view is so confusing. Last week, some people says they receive, some people say they don't receive. You understand? So we excluded from now on pay-per-views only from the Coresports. Yeah. And how I have a question for him. He's from Georgia. Probably he's gonna say that Samushi is gonna beat Daniel. But can you tell him, if he can tell us, is he stronger than Samushi or not?
ანუ დანიელს სოფლიოზე გამოსვლა არ მომეტონა და ვფიქრობ რომ სამუში ამოუგებს 100%. ანუ მარჯვენაში დანიელი მარცხენაში უფრო ძლიერია, მარჯვენაში სამუში ამოუგებს.
Yeah. So Engin, he first wanted to say his opinion about this match, then I will ask you a question too. He said that considering how Daniel competed last at WAFs last time we saw, he says that it will not be good enough for Samusha. So he thinks Samusha is also a favorite here. And he also said Daniel's left hand is better than Daniel's right. That's what he said. So now I will ask your question. Ira, ეგ კარგია რომ უთხარი და ეხა ინტერესებდა რომ ახლა დავითიც ქართველია შეც ქართველი ხარ რა თქმა უნდა და ფიქრობს რომ ალბათ ერთმანეთს უწევთ ხოლმე ხელს რა ან ვარჯიშობთან რაღაცა და შენზე ქონდა კითხვა რომ როგორ ფიქრობ შენ და დავითი რომ დაეჯახოთ თქვა ერთმანეთს რა ხელის გადაწევაში შენ გადაუწევ თუ ისო
დავით კატეწონა ჩემთან შედარებით ანუ 85 ხო ეხა 90
we will understand from his answer.
ანუ შეგვიძლია ვარ სამუშია ყოფილა შემთხვევა მაგრამ ანუ ვარჯიშის სახით შეჯიბზე არა და ანუ სამუშია თბილისში ვარჯიშობს მე სხვა ქუთაისში ვარჯიშობ და ანუ
ხო ხტები რატომაც კითხა რა გადაუხადი
50-50 understand that he is better than Samusha.
Okay, I will translate. He did not say 50-50, but yeah. So he said that Samushia is obviously lighter weight than he is.
Okay, that's enough. That's enough. It means
enough,
that
right?
he's better. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So and plus they don't train in same city. He is in Kutaisi and Tbilisi. So yeah.
Samusha is from Goga's hometown. They're separate space.
Yes.
What
It's
about
not.
Zurab?
Yeah, Zurab, the Batumi. It's another city in Tbilisi. Yeah, where the Zurab is also not with other Georgians.
How close?
You ask about how close they are. Okay.
Similar weight.
Yeah. და ზურა თავბერიძეზე თქვა რომ ეგო უფრო შედარებით ერთი წონის არიანო რა ზურა თავბერიძე და ირაკლილო და თქვენ ორ შორის როგორი აზრიაო ეგ აინტერესებს პოლს
ანუ მე და ზურა ბევრჯერ შევჯიბრები ვართ მეგობრულად ანუ სპარინგია მეც მომიგია ზურასაც ახლა 1 საათის უკან ერთად ვიყავით მე და ზურა და მე ზურას ხალარში ვარ მაგრამ შეჯიბრებით ხელებს ვინახავთ და რა დიდი ხანი არ შევჯიბრები
okay, გადავთარ. So he said that they are in the same city, like you said, Paul, and so they get to train with each other quite a lot. And he said that right now we were just with each other like several hours ago or so, and they train like they have friendly sparrings as well because they try not to injure themselves, especially when competition is coming. So. He also said that a couple times I have won, couple times he can pin me. So it's they don't really 100% go against each other.
Yeah. Tell him that must mean I have to top roll.
Yeah. ანუ ანუ შენინა თქმა უნდა გამომდინარეო მომიწევსო ტოპ როლით გადაუწიო რა. შენზე ამბობს.
არა, ზურასთან როდესაც შევჯიბრები ვარ და როდ შევეჯიბრები, მხოლოდ ეს პოზიცია.
Yeah, it's only this position against
not my position.
Right.
Not
right.
this.
So I guess that means that Zura is gonna beat Ryan Bowen easily, right?
So sorry, I was reading the comment. Can you repeat again?
So what he understands that Irakli thinks that Zura is gonna beat Ryan Bowen easily.
Yeah, you got this. How Anura speaks about. ანუ ეთანხმები ალბათ რა. Yeah, he's agreeing to it like Zura gonna beat. Yeah.
Zura.
Yeah, Zura for sure.
Yeah. And what's your opinion? Oh,
Man, Ryan Bowen's hard to predict. You know what I mean? He gained 13 kilograms, 14 kilograms for the match. So 17, whatever. He's huge. He gained all that weight.
Yeah.
So it's very tricky to go off of Ryan and Coach Ray. I think Ryan's version is totally different. I've pulled Ryan before, but I've not pulled the 100 or 235 pound version of him. So I don't know. I do think Ryan has a tricky style. He's got that proficient low hand top roll, and if he got his back pressure any tighter, there could be a lane where it's a tough match. But I have Zura as a favorite as well.
I understand.
ანუ ბოდიში sorry, ანუ არა აქვს მნიშვნელობა ქართველი ეჯიბრება ამერიკელს თუ ის სხვადასხვა ქვეყნის წარმომადგენლები. მე რეალურად ესე ვფიქრობ, ახლა რომ ეგონოს რომ ზურას მოუგებდა ის ამერიკელი ოპონენტი ვიტყოდი ეს, მაგრამ მართლა ესე მგონია რომ სამუშიაც მოიგებს და თავბერიძეც მოიგებს. მე სიმართლის მამი.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if Georgians are competing necessarily against any Western guys, or for example any Eastern guys to Western guys. He keeps to be objective, and he really feels and thinks that both Zurab and Samushi are gonna win. So that's why he's calling it like that.
We are like more than 1 hour, and we need to talk about some other matches as well. So, okay, let's go. He knows them, but probably he doesn't know much about Kalinichenko. But Irakli, how do you see Kalinichenko versus Dizarano right arm?
Yeah, Kalinichenko, Dizarano,
right.
Yes.
Bravo.
Right.
Bravo.
right, yeah.
Dizarano, he says. Yeah.
Dizarano. And Paul, do you have any?
I don't know. I don't know enough to really to pick a favorite, but most of what I'm hearing, the folks that I talk to, they're saying Toronto.
You said Dizarano? And what Wagner versus Dizarano, left arm, Wagner Bortolato?
Wagner Dizarano 50-50, I think. 50-50. Wagner strong. რა უთხარ იცი ლევან მოწონელიძე ჩემი ერთად ვარდიშობ ჩემი მოსწავლია ჩემი ხნის მაგრამ ჩემი მოსწავლია სოფლიო ჩემპიონატზე ძერანოვს ძალიან ადვილად მოუგო მის პოზიციაში ორი ბრძოლა
რომელი ხელი იყო
მარჯვენა ხელი ძერანოვი უფრო მემარცხენია მაგრამ ვაგნერი მე მგონი ანუ თავის პოზიციას დაიჭერს ესე მგონი.
So he said that one of his students was pretty easily able to control Zerano's right arm, and he also said that he thinks Zerano's left is better than Zerano's right arm. But despite the fact, he thinks Wagner will maintain his position against Zerano. So maybe slight favorite, he thinks Wagner in this case on left hand.
So he's thinking close match, but little bit edge to Wagner.
Yes. Yeah, a little bit edge.
And Paul, do you have any idea?
I'm not like, again, I'm not totally sure, but I love Wagner. Like I love his energy.
He's representing West.
Yeah, I love him. So I don't know if he's gonna win, but I'm gonna be cheering hard for him. So
yeah, I understand. Yeah. Anyway, so let's go more. Bojidar versus Adam. Paul. Good match, yeah? Good match.
Yes, it's a good match. It's a real test, right? So I'm not gonna just blindly say that Adam is gonna win because I know Bojidar's level. So I think it's really a coming out party for Adam. So if Adam can make that match competitive, if he can stop it and turn it into a grinder, I don't know which way it's gonna go. But I do respect Adam's level. Engin, you and I talked about that match, and I do think it's a really, really interesting stylistic matchup. I think it could go either way. But at the end of the day, we're going to learn something for sure about Adam and Bozy. I'll be supporting Adam just because he's from the West. But I like Bojidar too. So this one is like, man, I have no idea. It could go either way, and it could be really one-sided, one way or the other, or it could be a war. And I think it's probably going to be a war.
I mean, I'm also thinking like Bojidar is not a flash pinner as long as the opponent is not a top roller. Usually, whenever he goes inside, he has some match, Bojidar. And Adam is strong inside, and then when the match stops, I heard he has incredible. They call him Mini Devon, not Mini, but maybe mid Devon, about his endurance, And I'm kind of thinking that match is gonna be like 2-minute match or something, I mean, I'm expecting,
Right. I feel like Bojidar would need to like pin him on the first or second surge. Like if it's not on the first or second surge, it's gonna be a grinder.
ენგინ რა უთხარი იცი ეხა გამახსენდა ბოჟიდარი რო ახსენეთ რომ მურად ბოირაზი რო ტარდებოდა სტამბულში იქ გაშევსკიზე გამახსენდა იქ გაშევსკის შეუხდი და ძალიან ადვილად მოუგე თუ ახსოვს ენგინს კითხე
there was speaking of Bojidar, he just remembered something. So he competed against Gashevsky. It was event in Turkey, and he said that he pretty dominantly beat Gashevsky there.
Irakli?
Yeah.
Yes, I know.
Yeah.
So and do you know who is Adam Warzinski, Irakli?
As Bojidar წინააღმდეგ რო გამოდის, Adam Warzinski, Irakli. Twitch. Adam Warzinski, that's the guy. He's not familiar of,
So he doesn't know. Yeah. There is some conversation about the population. Not sure if I super agree. I mean, then if China's guy starts arm wrestling, I think you are thinking that.
ხო უთხარი უკვე ხო რომ ნაკლებად ცნობილი არის.
აი რა თქვა ახსოვს ანუ გაშევსკის რო შევხვდი იქ სადღაც
ანუ გაუკვირდა ეგა. შეხო ხო გადაუთარგმნა და გაუკვირდა.
ხო ამ პოზიციას აპირებდა ძალიან იოლად მოუგე იქ გაშევსკის.
Yeah, he just wanted to make sure that I translated to you Engin and Paul too. So he really easily beat Gashevsky there.
I understand that, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, so let's go to the another match.
Let's go.
Exactly. Cobra Haydar, both are old. One is 58 years old, one is 56 years old. They both are not.
Haydar, I think.
You think?
Yeah, is მახსოვს თქვა იქ Haydar გილდირი ებრძოლებოდა ფინალში მურად ბოირაზე ფინალი კითხევისი იყო გაშევსკის ებრძოლებოდა პირველ
He wants to ask you Engin this competition at Mura's so this Haydar was against in a final Haydar was against Gashevsky or someone else. He wanted to remember that fact, like when Haydar was in finals.
I remember Haydar defeated Gashevsky there, but I don't remember what placement match it was. I have no idea.
Yeah. ანუ მახსოვს რომ მოუგო გაშევსკის, მაგრამ არ ვიციო რომ ფინალი იყო თუ რომელი ბრძოლა იყო ეგ.
პირველი მურად ბოირაზის შეჯიბრი იყო და გაშევსკის და გილდირის შეჯიბრება იყო. მახსოვს და ძალიან რთული, ანუ დიდი ხანი ეჯიბრებოდნენ ერთმანეთს და იქ ვებხვია სამხარაძეც იყო. მახსოვს და ვებხვია სამხარაძე უყურებდა იქ და ასწავლიდა მათ როგორ ებრძოლათ.
Yeah. So he said that it was really tough match between those two guys. It was the first Murad Boyras event, and there was also Fuya Samkharadze, Georgian guy, and they were all into this match. It was quite tough final about this final when he started to say.
He's talking about Haydar and Fuya Samkharadze final?
No. Haydar and this Gashevsky. Yeah, he said that it was close match.
Yeah, it was, yeah. Anyways, Paul, you probably don't know Haydar.
I know a little bit, just internet research since the match was set.
Oh,
so
okay.
it does sound like Haydar's been competitive recently at a pretty high level. And I know Cobra's been...
No, 2 months training, and then he come to the Grandmasters. He didn't even compete the qualification of the Turkish nationals. There was an empty spot, and he just came. But this guy is 3 times senior world champion. He had big wins, against big guys in the past. But this level of the Grandmasters, no disrespect, is nothing Haidar's level, but yeah.
Right, and I know Cobra hasn't been really active at all over the past couple of years, but he has started to get dug back into the arm wrestling community for sure, and I love the guy. So you can't underestimate him. You know, he's coming in hot for sure. He's training. He tells me.
2 years ago, they were in the WAF final. Cobra beat him. Haidar was second, silver medalist, and Cobra was first. And since then, they never met. You know. And other than that, what do we have? What do we have? What do we have? What do you guys think about Oleg Petrenko and Zurab, left arm? Oleg Petrenko, I saw him. They said they are 1-1 with left arm.
Yeah.
The same year, 2018, one of them win at the Europeans against the other one, and at the WAF, the other guy won. And I think, and they say this, as far as I remember. And also, I saw Petrenko in the Zloty Tour 2019. In the final, I saw him beating Tadikian.
Tadikian was there.
Yeah, with left arm. So he was 95 kilo Petrenko. Now he is 105 kilo Petrenko. He says he is 30% stronger than that shape by his lifting numbers, he says. He doesn't know at the table, but whatever he was lifting 3 years ago, he said now he's lifting 30%, but he's because so young guy, so it is possible, you know. How do you see that match, left arm?
I will ask first Irakli, if I may. Yeah. So, ანუ ირაკლი ხაზ გაუსვა რომ ჩემთან იყო შოუშიო ზურაბიო და რო უკითხეო ამ მის მარცხენა ხელის გადაწევაზეო პეტრენკოს წინააღმდეგო, მაშინ მითხრაო რომ ერთ-ერთია მაგათ შორის ანგარიშო, ერთხელ ზურა მოუგო, ერთხელ პეტრენკომ და ბოლოს პეტრენკო რო ნახეთ 2019 წელსო დადიკენს მოუგო ფინალშიო მარცხენა ხელიო და აი შენი აზრი აინტერესებს ამ ორის მატჩზე მარცხენა ხელი.
პეტრენკო ორივე ხელებში ძლიერია, ანუ ეხა სურათი რომ ნახე უკეთეს ფორმაშია, ვფიქრობ და რა ვერაფერს ვერ ვიტყვი.
ანუ 50-50-ე?
60-40 Petrenko's.
Yeah. So he said that Petrenko is really good on both arms, and he's upgraded since the last time he competed, and because he follows him quite close enough. And this time he would say he was not that sure, but he would say 60-40 for Petrenko against Zura.
Today he was doing 100 kilo, 220 pounds of bicep curls sitting. You know,
Petrenko.
And Paul, any opinion about this one?
Petrenko universal wrestler. Here.
Yeah. He said Petrenko is universal, like very versatile arm wrestler.
I think if what Oleg's saying is true, based on his form right now, he's probably the favorite, and due to the fact that he can do more than one thing, it's not going to just wind up in a slow hook. I would probably put him as a favorite, but I'm supporting I'm supporting Zurab.
Because I like you know the guy, right?
Yeah, I like him. I like the Georgian guys.
Yeah. And Paul.
Thank you, Paul.
Paul, do you think that the match, because it will be before John Burzing match, the match between Petrenko and Zurab, the way it goes, since we know Zurab, then we don't know much about Petrenko last a few years, not much. You know, he pulled some super match, but other than that, we haven't seen his recent form. Do you think that it is gonna give us some idea about the outcome of John Burzing and Petrenko? Like if he goes like this with Zurab, or if he goes through Zurab, or if he just loses Zurab right away, do you think this guy, because the guy has good right and left, do you think that it's gonna give us some idea about how he plays?
It's not a great position to be in when you're pulling, you know, the goat, and you have another match. So if anything goes wrong in that match, if John can learn anything in that match, if momentum, like if Oleg doesn't perform well against Zurab, it'll create something mentally, you know. Even if he does perform well, I think it gives John a little bit of data. I think it's tough to have to pull, let's say, a first match before you go and pull the one that you're probably focusing a little bit more on. So that's not a position that I'm envious of at all. I think it does give John a slight advantage data-wise.
But if he goes through Zurab, then do you think that mentally he will get any tougher for John too, or?
Yeah, I mean, if he wins that match 3-0 with no struggle at all, then that'll generate momentum for him. But it's an added variable though. It could go either way depending on how it goes. It could be a good or bad thing. And I think unless it's an added bonus for John, as long as Oleg doesn't go 3-0. Boom, boom, boom. That's the scenario where it would give Oleg an advantage. Anything else, I think, would give John an advantage.
And Paul, Matt Mask and Sandris?
You know what? That's a weird one. Matt is looking crazy strong, and the word amongst the community right now is he is in a top level form in his career. So I do think that he has to be in that form to be able to compete with Sandris. I don't think that the last version of Matt that we saw in East versus West would have been ready for Sandris, because I have a whole lot of respect for Sandris, but I'm rooting for Matt, and I do believe, based off everything that we're seeing and just kind of his swag and energy right now, that he's in great form. So I think Matt wins it, but it's still a tough one to pick.
No. So you are saying Matt is gonna win?
I am supporting him, and I do think he has a strong possibility to win.
Okay, and Irakli?
Yes, მიკროფონი Matt Mesky და Sandris Sates. აი, სამურის.
მაგით 50-50 თუ მატმასკი თავის პოზიციას წაართმევს, მაგრამ ანუ მატმასკს უფრო 50-50 ვფიქრობ, ანუ
So he's saying that it's 50-50. He's really not like a one-sided sure in this case. He doesn't think that it's going to be a dominant match from either side. So 50-50. And then he also said if Matt Mask is able to take the center from Sandris, then it should be Matt's battle. So
I would say I'm not going to give my opinion. This is so confusing. I saw Sandris at WAF, incredible. I see Matt's form incredible. I don't know what it is going to happen. Even if I had the opinion, I wouldn't say. But the Matt that I saw in May had no chance against Sandris of today. But the Matt that I see today is something different. So we will see. Anyways, so how about Revas and Morozov? Whenever I ask you these matches, your first reaction?
Yeah, they're good matches. They're hard to predict. I don't think that there isn't a clear So
Irakli შეიძლება ხმა გაუთიშო რომელი რაცას მეორდება. I asked him to fix the sound. It was Irakli.
We didn't hear you because some sound.
Yeah, he fixed. It's good to go.
Revas.
He said Revas.
100% Revas. Man Revasi უფრო მძიმეა, ხო წონითაც.
He's saying making sure that Revas is also heavier than Morozov in this match, right? Like, yeah, I think Revas is 140 kg or so. Yeah.
Revas.
Yeah, he's saying Revas.
Yeah, and Paul, we couldn't hear what you said, Paul.
Yeah, I mean, I have like the utmost respect for Morozov, because after seeing him in person, I realized the guy is like, Dolph Lundgren from Rocky. He's unbelievably big, and then to see him the way he competed against Dave Chaffey, I would never underestimate that guy. But everything that I'm hearing from the Georgian guys is that Revas is so close to Gennady and just getting to that level where he could be. So I could understand why Irakli would say that. And I hesitate to question him because they train together. So he probably knows something that we don't know.
Is it only about what he knows, or also is it something about where he is from?
I'm sure it's a combination. We can't help nepotism.
Yeah.
But Revas is incredibly impressive. And, from talking to you, and when he was saying like, oh, I came in, I was only 60% or whatever he said he was,
First he was 40, and then second was 60. He says now he's coming with 80%. So he believes that his shape, according to him, is twice good compared to Michael's match, he says.
Right.
Yes.
If that's the case, then.
And Irakli, how about John Brzink and Petrenko? Petrenko?
Yeah.
I don't think Paul will say that.
Never underestimate together.
I think Ungarbayev not strong. I think.
Yeah.
Ungarbayev
He says that.
not.
Listen. You know,
But
once I beat Sasho as well, you know, but he was very young, you know, so I wouldn't go like that.
I think Sasho strong or Ungarbayev.
No, the things are changing. Just because you beat him once upon a time, it doesn't change. I beat Sasho. He was a very young guy. I was in terrible shape. Beat him. Now
I think
even to
Sasho
think
win
about
Ungarbayev.
pulling against Sasho hurdts my elbow, you know.
No, he also
Sasho
said
19 kilo, Ungarbayev 100 kilo, 100 kilo Andreev, 100% win Ungarbayev.
I'm not talking about Sasho comparing Ungarbayev or something.
Sasho not compete, yeah, but
just because you remember someone from the past, he was not that strong. It doesn't mean that he is not strong anymore, you know. Did you not see his match? He beat Kurdecha.
Kurdecha, yes, win.
yeah.
მაგრამ მის მერე მოძლიერდა კურდეჩა.
But he also said it's worth to mention that Kurdecha since then is different breed today, like different Kurdecha.
Even then he was strong. When Ungarbayev beat him, year before Kurdecha beat Revas at Moldova event.
აი, რისი თქმა მინდა, იცი? ბოლო მსოფლიო ჩემპიონატზე ანტალიაში
He beat Gennady in Moldova event as well.
ბოლო მსოფლიო ჩემპიონატზე
I will tell it.
ანტალიაში 100 კილოგრამი მოიგო ლევან მოწონელიძემ და უნგარბაევი სამეულშიც ვერ მოხვდა.
როდის იყო ეგ 100 კილო?
2019-ში. 2019-ში. ანუ 18-ში ანტალიაში რო იყო მსოფლიო ჩემპიონატი.
In Antalya 2018 was it? He said when it was WAF World Championship 100 kg Mozzonelze win like a competition, not even Kindergali. That's what he wanted to say. Yeah.
უნგარბაევი ძლიერი არის, მაგრამ ანუ ბზენკი ფიქრობ ისეთ პლატფორმაში არ იყო, რომ ბზენკისთვის მოეგო. ანუ ან ბზენკმა ვერ შეაფასა პირველი ბრძოლა, ისე ადვილად მოუგო ბზენკმა. სტარტზე, შემდეგ პოზიცია, ანუ ძალიან ისე დაუდგა, პოზიცია რო დათმო და მერე დაიღალა და უფრო მიტო წააგო ბზენკმა ეს ვფიქრობ უნგარბაევი.
So he doesn't take any credits from Ungarbayev. He says Ungarbayev is crazy strong guy, but he's talking about his match against Brzęk. So last East versus West, Brzęk such a dominantly won first round. It was either Brzęk didn't correctly estimated Ungarbayev, or something went really wrong when he lost the wrist. When Brzęk lost the wrist, then it was Ungarbayev's match all day. So something has to happen bad to Brzęk. He doesn't think that
first round something happened. How do we know? I'm not saying that first round something happened or the second round something happened, but this is super match.
Second round, yes.
After 3 wins. So if we go that way, somebody may say, Ungarbayev may say, oh, this happened on the first round, that's why I lost. And then John may say this happened. So we can go that way, you know, that match they will pull again, and then if John wins, then Ungarbayev will not have an excuse, but you know.
უნგარბაევი არის ძალიან გამძლე სპორტსმენი. თუ დაიჭირა მისი პოზიცია, მთელი დღე შეუძლია იქ იყოს. მთელი დღე შეუძლია იყოს და ანუ ბზენკს რომ მაჯა წაუვიდა, არ უნდა გაიგრძელებია ბრძოლა. იმ ერთ ბრძოლაში რაც ძალა ქონდა გაუვიდა.
He just wants to share his opinion about this battle between Brzęk and Ungarbayev. He says Ungarbayev is very endurable guy, endurable arm wrestler. As long as he can maintain his center, he can arm wrestle whole day. And once Brzęk lost his wrist, Irakli thinks that Brzęk should have just let the pain.
Yeah, John also thinks that way. Yes, but I mean, this reason, that reason, we can take
obviously.
From Ungarbayev. The guy just won a match. We cannot say, oh, you are weak. You won by mistake or chance, or you were lucky or something. I cannot say, hey, Irakli, can you beat Ungarbayev now?
პეტრენკო.
შეგიძლია Ungarbayevs მოუგო ეხაო? შენ თუ შეგიძლია რომ მოუგო. He doesn't think that Ungurbayev is that strong. So
He can beat him.
so he thinks he can beat him. Yeah.
Okay.
It's sure that Motonelidze will beat Kidirgali for sure. Mamuka Motonelidze, he said.
So Patrick
Leon
will beat-
Motonelidze.
Leon Motonelidze, sorry.
Okay, go ahead, Paul.
Never underestimate the GOAT. Never underestimate John. I think that the Ungurbayev match was a stylistic problem for John. Even Devin and I were talking right before the match happened. And both of us said we're in the mind state of this is going to be John's toughest opponent stylistically, based off of the components that he's still working on. So I think Ungurbayev has the most pristine top roll in that class, the best post, high knuckle position, which has shown to be a slight vulnerability during John's comeback. So if Petrenko cannot emulate that exact style, I feel as though John has the tools to be able to work around.
I understand you. Anyway, so we will see. We will see, you know. And another one, we can go Hermes versus Morozov, left arm.
Hermes.
He thinks Hermes, yeah.
Hermes is gonna beat Morozov.
Hermes.
And
I don't know.
Hermes win.
no, I'm asking
Paul,
Paul, you know
Paul.
how strong Cody Merritt is, and you have seen him with Morozov, and then it is hard to underestimate him, right?
Yeah, how can you? Lever length, like frame, how young he is. And, you know, and correct me if I'm wrong, Morozov's left potentially better than his right.
I mean,
it's very close.
yeah, I think yes, yeah.
And Hermes' left is nowhere near his right, correct?
Probably I can say that 80-85% of his right, my opinion.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I have a hard time not rooting for Morozov. I think the guy's like the rising star, like aesthetically, and he's got a good personality. He's got good charisma. I mean, it's a really interesting match because they both do. But I feel like Morozov just has the general skill set, like anatomically, to continue to get better. So I feel like every time we see that guy, he's going to be a little bit better. I have him as the but it looks like.
I mean, I agree that, you know, we see him every time a little bit better, but as you said, a little bit better, because it is hard to be competitive all year long and then go up like this much, you know. Yeah, while Revas, he never pushed his capacity, you understand, his potential limits. I think he's going up faster than Morozov. Even he's older, because he has a lot of room to fill. It's my opinion. And so let's go Dave Chaffey versus Hermes, Irakli.
Hermes.
Hey.
You don't have to analyze him. I am saying such a great match, and all you say is Hermes.
Maybe he has already thought about this.
Hermes.
I know. Any like analyzing?
Yeah, ანუ რამე განავრცვა, აი თქვათ რაღაც ანალიზისავით რა ანგარიშით.
Roman, tell him that whenever I was telling him that about Ungurbayev, I'm not arguing with him. He's my brother. You understand? We are just discussion.
Yeah, I'll make sure he gets that. So, ანუ როდესაც Ungurbayevზე საუბრობდით, აი ეხლა ხო თქვით რაღაცაზე ასე თქვათ უთანხმოებასავით ხო მოხდა, რომ რაღაცაში ვერ დავეთანხმეთ ერთმანეთს, რაღაცაში ისო, მაგრამ ჩემი ძმა არის ეგო ირაკლიო რა და მინდაო რომ გადაუთაგნოო რომ ეგ იმიტომ ხდებაო რომ
ჩვენ რა თქმა უნდა იმიტომ მოვიყვანე მეც მაგალითები ანუ ახლა ვინც ხდება რო კი უთხარი რომ აი ახლა ვინც ხდება მეხუთე ეტაპზე მხოლოდ ამით არ მსჯელობთ წინა ბრძოლებით განვლილი ბრძოლებით და ყველაფერს უყურებთ და მიტო ვამბობთ თორე ანუ ეხა ვინ როგორ ფორმაშია ეს გასაგებია მაგრამ ანუ ისტორიასაც ხო ხედავთ წინა წლებში ვინ როგორ გადაწია ხელი და როგორ იბრძოლა ჯერ მაგი და მე კიდე გეტყვი
So he wanted this to translate before he tells his opinion about Hermes and Dave. So that all this dialogue between this discussion, like Engin just mentioned about Kidirgali and other names that he mentioned, it's not only about current form. He comes with this conclusion from monitoring these people, these arm wrestlers. Yeah, exactly. Like in dynamics, where they were, where they are coming from, and where are they currently. So that's why it happened. And now he wants to also.
Yeah, I understand that, but just tell him also that things sometimes
Yes.
change so quickly because of some reasons.
ხანდახან უცებ იცვლებაო ყველაფერიო რა.
Waf Prudnik and then the Prudnik of top 8 and Prudnik of today.
მაგალითად პრუდნიკიო ვაფზე როგორი იყო, მოლდოვა ვაფი, მერე top 8 ჩემპიონატი რო იყო და ეხა როგორი პრუდნიკი გვაქვს, ანუ ამის მაგალითიც მაგება.
Yes. ონგარბა ისა გასპარინი უფრო გამძლეა ვფიქრობ, შეიძლება ანუ პირველი ბრძოლა შეიძლება წააგოს მაქსიმუმ 2 ბრძოლა, მაგრამ ვფიქრობ რომ ერთ ბრძოლაზე მეც არ წააგებს ჩემთან და უფრო გამძლეც არის და უფრო ტექნიკურიც არის და რასაც ვხედავ ყოველ შეჯიბზე უფრო ძლიერი და ძლიერი ჩნდება ყოველ შეჯიბზე და უფრო ძლიერი და დიდი წონაშიც და ჩეფი მაინც ინარჩუნებს ფორმას, ასე ვიტყოდი და მესამე ბრძოლა, პირველი ბრძოლა ჩეფის სულ სხვა არის და მესამე მეოთხე ბრძოლა აღარ არის ისეთი როგორიც დაწყება.
So now he analyzed this Hermes versus Dave Chaffey, and he said that if any, Hermes may lose only 1 round. He doesn't think that Hermes will lose any more rounds. So he thinks, I guess, best shot for Dave is first round. He also said that Hermes is more technical, more versatile, more endurable as well. And then he also said that Dave Chaffey round number 1 and Dave Chaffey round number 3 are different arm wrestlers. That's what.
Yeah, but in Dubai, Dave Chaffey or number 4, round 7 was not bad either.
და Dave Chaffey ეხლა რო გამოვიდაო დუბაიშიო ცოტა სხვანაირი Dave Chaffey იყო რა, ისეთი არაო, იმიტომ რომ 7 რაუნდი გადაწიეს და მაინც აყურადღებოაო რა ეს იგულისხმება.
მე ვფიქრობ მაგ შემთხვევაში ლალეტინი არ იყო თავის მაქსიმუმში.
He thinks that he saw obviously that match, and he believes that Laletin was not in his best form in that match. Yeah. So he said that Dave Chaffey maintaining his form, while Hermes, every time we see Hermes, he brings better and better and heavier weights himself. So better version of Hermes we're gonna see. So that's where he's coming from in this case.
And Paul?
So I think Dave's activity as of late lends itself for me to favor him. And just communicating with him a little bit and seeing his podcasts and stuff, his head seems to be in the right place. And when Dave is focused, he's an incredible monster. And I'm not sure that Hermes has faced anyone yet with that level of side pressure and sheer power. I do agree with Irakli in that, as the later rounds come into play, that can be detrimental to Dave. But like we said, if he's now gotten comfortable with losing his wrist and being able to flop wrist press, I think that's a whole nother weapon in his arsenal now. So I think there's a possibility that if it goes to the late rounds, we could see it, and we could see it in a similar place than the Ali match. But I'm favoring Dave for sure. I like where his head's at. I like where his energy is. And I think that's a big part of his game. When his mind's right, he's unbelievable.
You both are from same state?
Yes, but very far away. It's a large state. We're like 6 hours away.
Ooh.
Damn.
Yeah.
If it was close, you guys would train together.
I would love to. He trains with Bart Wood and James Wagner and those guys up in Erie, Pennsylvania. It's way up in the corner of the state.
You two probably are the most friendly, kind person in the community.
I try my best to live up to the standard that he set. To me, that's how competitors should be.
Okay, so let's come to the subject. Devon Larad and Evgeny Prudnik. Irakli, if you just say one word and then stop your answer, just say it.
ერთი სიტყვა მარტო არ გითხრაო რა, სულ რო ეუნები პირდაპირ სახელებს რა. რაღაცა განავრცე.
Devon Larad.
Devon Larad. And Paul თქვა რომ გეთახვევიო.
Devon Larad. I think Devon Larad.
Okay, now you gave even longer. normally you're saying only Hermes. Now you say I think Devon Larat, so it's long enough.
Yes. მე ვფიქრობ, რომ დევონი მძიმეც არის, ანუ წონით პრუდნიკზე და ანუ ხელის სიგრძეც, ტევანიც და ისედაც გამძლეც პრუდნიკი ძალიან გამძლეა, მაგრამ დევონი უფრო გამძლეა ვფიქრობ და აი დევონს თუ გაუჭირდა, ყველანაირ ხერხს იყენებს და აი დევონს შეუძლია მძიმე წონებთან წააგოს, მაგრამ ესე ჩატე წონებს მაინც დევონი მე ვფიქრობ რომ მოუკლებს რა. ამ ჩატე წონებთან დევონი გამარჯვებული იქნება და უკვე 150 კილო სპორტსმენებთან, უფრო მძიმეებთან ყოფნით იმათ ძალა დევონის ხელი დადონ ბალისზე და პრუდნიკს არ ეყოფა ძალა ესე ვფიქრობ.
He said that both athletes likewise are versatile and endurable. They both have good endurance. But speaking of long leverage and length of the forearm, Devon has this type of advantage over Prudnik in this case. And also he said that other than anthropometric advantages, Devon also has a weight advantage. He said that Devon may lose against super heavyweights like over 150 kg guys or so, but in Prudnik's weight, this weight class he will be pulling with. He thinks that Prudnik will not have enough weight on himself and therefore enough power to pin Devon Larat. Because bigger guys, super heavyweight guys may pin Devon Larat, but he thinks Prudnik will not be able to.
Yeah, but both will be same weight. I talked with Prudnik, he's also 115, and both will be 115.
Oh,
he says that both are versatile and both have good endurance, but there is one advantage Prudnik also has, that he is more explosive.
Oh, ანუ პრუდნიკი უფრო კი როგორც თქვი გეთანხმება, მაგრამ პრუდნიკსაც აქვს თავისი ასე ვთქვათ დადებითი არსენალში თავისი უპირატესობა, რომ სწრაფია, უფრო explosive სწრაფიაო რა.
კი, მაგრამ აი ფიქრობ, რომ მაინც პრუდნიკის მაჯაზე უფრო დააწება ლარატი, პრუდნიკის მაჯა უფრო დიდ ხელებთან და ზედა ვინც ზევიდან აწება უფრო ვერ უძლებს რა დატვირთვას.
He thinks that Devon will be attacking Prudnik's wrist rather than Prudnik's arm, so explosiveness he agrees on you, obviously Prudnik is more explosive in this case, but he thinks that Prudnik will have problems in his wrist, and as long as Devon takes over that part, it will be hard for Prudnik.
Does he think that without the strap there is any possibility for him to?
But I strap-ის გარეშე, ანუ კამბრის გარეშე რო თუ აქვსო შანსი პრუდნიქსო რო დაიჭიროსო დევონი.
კამბრის გარეშე ვფიქრობ, რომ
ორენჩი გასხდება. He thinks that no way, it will for sure gonna be in straps. Devon will slip out.
Devon thinks that always და ანუ
like Devon is always doing, he's gonna slip this position with thumb and
no, Devon doesn't do the always. Devon starts with strap usually.
Devoni ხელს არ სკლიტასო, Devoni პირდაპირ კამბლით იწყებსო რა, ეს ახლა Devon's უპინა.
რო უჭირს ყველაფერს აკეთებს Devon.
But this is different rules, right? So
yes, it's different. And Paul, how do you see it? I'm sure you're gonna support Devon, Team West.
Yeah, I mean, I'm supporting him, but I genuinely think he's going to win too. I think that Prudnik, his explosiveness, could get him a win outside of the straps, or maybe a round 1 or round 2 win in the straps. But I think the minute the match stops, if Devon's able to stop it with pronation in any way, shape, or form, I think he'll win from there on out. And I don't think Devon would have taken the match if he didn't think he had enough time to be ready, or didn't already know enough from their practice pool to be confident. Not that Devon wouldn't have taken it if he wasn't confident, but there's just something that guy exudes, like the confidence level, that I feel like, you know, after talking to him a few months back about coming back down in weight, I think he feels very similar to what Irakli's talking about, where if he comes back to that 242 range or whatever it may be, that may be where he settles in.
Yeah. So you are saying that early rounds, Prudnik has chance. Later, most likely Devon will have the edge.
I think we could see 1 or 2 early flash pins from Evgeny. But I think the minute the match stops, it's all Devon from there.
Yeah. And Lagia, check your email to get your signed T-shirt that you want. Yeah, I understand. Let's see. Do you guys follow what's going on social media between these two?
ირაკლი თვალყოს თუ ადევნებო რა ხდება აი პურნიკს და დევონ შორის, აი სოციალურ ქსელშიო რა. ხო იცი პურნიკის იმკერებს რო. Ora. Yeah. Yeah, he knows that Purnik sings and stuff. Yeah.
Paul, who's winning with the mind games right now? It's close.
Nah, I mean, I think Prudniks are funny and all in good fun, but Devon is different when it comes to that stuff. Devon can be funny, but it's coming from a weird place. You know, it's like mental warfare stuff. Yeah, I think Devon's in control of that at all times.
You are saying that Prudnik will be intimidated?
I don't know. That I don't know, but
you are saying that for sure Devon will not be intimidated.
It's whatever Prudnik's doing is Devon is probably loving. I don't think it's going to affect Devon negatively at all. I think Prudnik's what he's doing is great for promotion and hyping the matchup, but I don't think it's having any effect on Devon at all. And it might not be in the other direction either. But Devon's just not one of those.
You are only giving us guarantee that Devon will not lose that game, but you don't know if he's gonna win either, you know. But for sure, the worst case is tie, or Devon wins. But there is no way that Devon will lose any mind games.
I don't think so. Not in the mind games. But at the end of the day, it's all hype and it's all promotion, so everybody wins.
Anyway, so it has been a long time. So let's finish. Paul, thank you very, very much, my friend. It will be an honor. Probably about 10 days, 11 days, we will see you here. And I wish you the best. Don't get injured. Take it easy. And then do your best. And Irakli, thank you very much, my friends. You also take it easy. Don't get injured. I can do some replacement matches a month or something, 3 weeks, but not 10 days before or 2 weeks before. Keep yourself healthy. And I wish you guys both the best. And thank you, Roman, for helping me.
Yes, thank
you all the time, brother.
მადლობა
მოსვლისთვისო და ეცადეო, ანუ კარგად მიყვებიო, თავს გაუფრთხილდიო, მე შემიძლიაო, რაცა აი ასე ვთქვათ, კლავჭიდელი ზიანდება, ტრამვას იღებს ან რაღაცაო 3-4 კვირით ადრეო შევცვალო მატჩიო, მაგრამ ასე 10 დღით ადრე ვეღარ შევძლებ, ამიტომ გაუფრთხილდი თავს, რა ეს იგულისხმება.
კი, რა თქმა უნდა, მადლობა პირიქით თქო, უთხარი და ანუ აწონვები 16-ში რო ჩამოვდივარ, 16-ში ვიარი ის კითხე.
He says that obviously he's gonna thanks for the advice, he's gonna take care of himself, will be ready for Paul, and he wanted to make sure when he arrives, will it be when will be these weigh-ins, like immediately in 16th, 17th, when will it be?
Oh, this 18th morning, we are not gonna do 15th, 16th weigh-in. Friday morning we will do weigh-in. So someone looks worried about it.
He got that. He knows what you said. Yeah.
Thank you again. Thank you, Paul. Thank you, Gamtenadze. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Gamtenadze.
Take care, guys. Take care, and see you soon. Take care, Paul. Take care.